Marcus Freeman woke up Monday carrying the kind of weight that comes with modern college football, the pressure of roster management in an unforgiving transfer portal era, layered on top of the relentless scrutiny that follows the head coach of Notre Dame. By the time the day ended, that weight had been replaced by something far lighter, almost cathartic, as a whirlwind sequence of events closed with clarity, validation, and relief. It was the kind of day that crystallizes how quickly the narrative can swing in this sport, how triumph and tension can coexist within hours, and how leadership is often tested not just on the field, but in moments no playbook can prepare you for. The morning began with momentum. Freeman and his staff attacked the transfer portal with precision, securing 4 additions that reinforced Notre Dame's belief in selective aggression rather than blind volume. Each commitment represented hours of evaluation, countless conversations, and a shared vision about where the program is heading. In an era when roster churn has become the norm, Freeman has been intentional about building through fit and development, and Monday's portal success reflected that philosophy. It was a tangible reminder that Notre Dame remains a destination, that the Irish can still attract players who believe in what is being built in South Bend, even amid the chaos of college football's constantly shifting landscape. Yet even as those wins rolled in, another storyline loomed in the background, one that threatened to distract from football entirely. Over the weekend, an unexpected and unsettling accusation surfaced when a New Prairie High School wrestling assistant coach filed a police report alleging that Freeman had committed battery during a high school wrestling meet. The setting alone underscored how surreal the moment was. Freeman wasn't there as Notre Dame's head coach, but as a father, supporting his son Vinny at the Al Smith Wrestling Invitational. In a profession where every public appearance is scrutinized, the line between personal life and public responsibility can blur instantly, and in this case, it did so with startling speed. As reports began to circulate, Notre Dame moved quickly. The university issued a statement pushing back firmly against the allegation, asserting that evidence showed Freeman had done nothing wrong. Those close to the situation described it as a misunderstanding amplified by emotion, a moment blown far beyond its substance. According to accounts, the situation stemmed from a verbal confrontation following Vinnie Freeman's match, one that reportedly involved heated words and heightened tensions, but stopped short of anything criminal. The school maintained that no physical contact occurred, standing behind its head coach with confidence and clarity. By Monday afternoon, that confidence was echoed officially. The St. Joseph County Prosecutor's Office announced that it would not be filing charges against Freeman after reviewing all available evidence. In a statement that effectively closed the matter, prosecutors explained that the threshold for criminal action had not been met. They acknowledged that evidence suggested a touching may have occurred, but emphasized that inadvertent contact does not constitute battery under the law. Crucially, they stated that the state would not be able to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that a crime had occurred, and therefore declined to pursue any charges. In the cold language of legal process, it was a decisive outcome. In the human context of Freeman's day, it was something more profound. It was vindication. It was the clearing of a cloud that had formed suddenly and unfairly, threatening to overshadow not just a coach's work, but a family moment that should have been private. For Freeman, whose public persona is built on integrity, accountability, and emotional intelligence, the resolution mattered deeply, even if he never needed it to validate who he is. The allegation itself served as a reminder of the precarious reality facing high-profile figures in college sports. Every interaction is magnified. Every accusation, no matter how flimsy, can ignite speculation before facts have a chance to catch up. Freeman handled the situation with the same composure he preaches to his players, allowing the process to play out, trusting that truth and evidence would prevail. When they did, the outcome reaffirmed not just his innocence, but the importance of restraint in a world that too often rushes to judgment. For those inside the Notre Dame program, Monday's events reinforced a sense of unity. The staff that had celebrated portal wins in the morning stood by their leader through the uncertainty of the afternoon. Players, recruits, and supporters saw a head coach navigate adversity without flinching, modeling the steadiness he expects from his team in critical moments. Leadership, after all, is rarely defined by comfort. It is revealed when pressure arrives unexpectedly, demanding poise rather than reaction. As the sun set on South Bend, Freeman's focus returned fully to football, where it has rarely wavered even amid distraction. With the legal matter resolved, there were no lingering questions, no pending investigations, no unresolved narratives waiting to resurface. The door was closed, firmly and officially, allowing Freeman to redirect his energy toward the task that defines his role, building a Notre Dame team capable of competing at the highest level in 2026. That task is formidable. Expectations in South Bend are not measured in incremental progress, but in championships, in college football playoff appearances, in national relevance sustained over time. Freeman knows this. He accepted it the moment he took the job. Monday's portal success was another step toward that vision, reinforcing depth and potential across the roster. The resolution of the off-field situation removed a potential distraction that could have lingered into the offseason, ensuring that preparation, development, and culture remain the sole priorities moving forward. In many ways, the juxtaposition of Freeman's Monday encapsulated the reality of being Notre Dame's head coach in the modern era. Recruiting victories and legal vindication shared the same calendar space. Professional ambition and personal vulnerability intersected within hours. And through it all, Freeman remained what he has consistently shown himself to be: measured, resilient, and grounded. By the end of the day, what could have been remembered as a controversy instead became a footnote, a moment resolved by evidence and due process rather than speculation. What endured was the image of a coach who weathered an unexpected storm and emerged with momentum intact. For Marcus Freeman, Monday wasn't just about dodging adversity, it was about reaffirming direction. With new players joining the program and a cleared path ahead, Notre Dame's head coach closed the day exactly where he wants to be, focused on the future, accountable to the present, and unburdened by the noise that briefly threatened to intrude.